Hi, this is Brandon from ThirstGym.com. Today we're talking about exercise called the Heels Elevated Kettlebell Squat Clean. Now this is an exercise or activity used to help improve range of motion, in particular for the squat. So what you're going to want is a kettlebell and something you can raise your heels on, or even a full ramp that you can get your whole leg on. Now the reason we're going to do this is the whole point is that somebody's probably having an issue achieving squat depth. So we're talking about 90 degrees or even lower at the hip, so getting deep into that squat. Chances are they're pushed forward to some capacity with their orientation of their body, so they have a hard time finding their heels, pushing their center of gravity back so that they can achieve that good quality squat depth they want to achieve, and this drill is going to help work on that. So with the kettlebell, we're going to get basically in a shoulder width position of our squat. So we don't want to be super wide here, we just want to be in good quality shoulder width. Feet are flat. Kettlebell is going to be here in between our hips, and we're going to hold the top of the horns of the handle here. And what we want to try to do while we do this is not going to be like a clean in terms of weightlifting or Olympic lifting where we're actually going to pull it high and under. We are still going to pull this, but the goal is to use this weight to help push us deeper into the squat by also having that front load and everything elevated. Now we can actually get down into our squat. Our knees can come forward and we can achieve that range of motion, which is going to help open up our backside and prepare the body to squat deeper for any other subsequent exercises. So again, we're going to hold it here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this up, but I'm going to pull it up fast. I'm going to use a little bit of momentum to get it up to about chest level, and then I'm going to drop my lower body, and my body's going to descend to catch that, and the weight's going to help push me down. So I'm going to go from here, and notice that my hands are coming around the handles, and I'm going to end up in that hamburger position. So I'm going from here, down. Exhale on the bottom. So usually take a big breath. You would take a big breath to go down. We're going to take that breath, exhale, and notice how deep I can get. I'm well below 90 degrees. My knees are coming forward. My feet are still flat. I can sit in this position for a good period amount of time if I wanted to, because I'm able to open up my backside, and then I'm going to stand up from the exercise. So this weight doesn't need to be heavy. We're just going to shoot everything forward so our butt can go down, and then we're in that good position. Now, because this is an activity used to help open up some space, like I said, this weight doesn't need to be heavy. I usually only have athletes and clients use 30 pounds or less. If you have somebody really big and immobile, you might be able to use a little bit more weight, but really as long as they've got a good counterbalance out here and their feet are elevated so that we can open up that space and let our knees come forward, we're gonna be in a good position, and then we can superset this with any kind of plyometric or squat drill activity that we're trying to do. So let's say, for example, our athletes have a hard time getting into that position. So what we really want to do is emphasize some kind of plyometric so they can be explosive, but we usually find when they're landing really high and really stiff. They can't absorb the weight and land in that athletic position. They're landing pretty stiff. So this is going to help them get into that athletic position, get lower so that when they go to jump again, they should feel better. Or if you're using this with a squat, let's say, for example, it's a back squat day and you're finding that your range of motion is not doing too hot, you're barely hitting 90 degrees, do this for a couple sets of 3 to 5 reps, and then you go back to your squat, see how things feel. So again, it can be a primer or just an overall mobility drill, preparation warm-up drill, superset it with plyometric. You can really put it anywhere in your program that you can justify that you're wanting to get that extra range of motion in your squat and have that load going forward and open up that backside. So again, anywhere probably from about 2 to 4 sets, depending on how you have it programmed, 3 to 6 reps. Maybe I've even gone up to 8 reps sometimes if I want to get athletes practice into the exercise, especially early on. But once I get the hang of it, I usually keep my reps lower like I would my strength or my plyometrics. So if you have any questions, let me know in the comment section below. Thanks. Have a great day.